cooking anything tonight? Oop, and Carol got her syrups this week. So Carol, I don't remember, what flavors did you get? Because we are definitely using all skinny syrups for this. So again, if you are new, please let us know. Please just say, hey, I'm new. What's going on? What are you guys doing? This seems crazy. I don't know what we're doing. And we will welcome you, and we will let you know what we are doing, and what is going on. So this is the second half of chat number 205, and chat number 205 was titled Say Hello to Unhelpful Thoughts. Oop, and Barbara got hers too this week. So the second half of this, we are not cooking, but we are going to be making 4 different things. So I don't know if y'all have noticed this or not, but Christmas is over. I think all of the winter holidays are over with the exception of New Year's. So, and Mary wants to know if we can ship to Canada yet. Oh wait, Carol got 2 pumpkin ones and the unicorn. Oh yeah, and she got some Dak Steakhouse. Love, yeah. And Myrna loves her maple bourbon pecan. So Mary wants to know if we can ship to Canada yet. Jessica is working on that. So Jessica has changed the way, or she is changing the way that our shipping will work starting the 2nd week of January. So hopefully the shipping will be a little bit more reasonable, unless you all choose to have things shipped by priority mail. But part of that is she has to get that part done first, and then she will start working on Canada. So yeah, so fingers crossed we will be able to ship to Canada soon. Okay, so all of the winter holidays are done. It's time for New Year's. So it is time for 2021. It is time to kiss 2020 goodbye and welcome in 2021. And even if you're going to do it alone, or if you're going to do it with like we have our circle of 5 that we've been hanging out with. So, no matter how you are celebrating this year, I got you covered. Everything that we're going to be using in this second half is going to be made with skinny syrups. So y'all have seen, if you've been around for very long, you've seen me using skinny syrups at Casey Kitchen Center. People ask me all the time, when they come in, they think we have a bar set up. So because we use so many of them at work. And that's at Casey Kitchen Center, and you can find them at kckitchencenter.com, or you can go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com and go to the shop section. But people come in and they look in our window, in our kitchen window, and they're like, what are y'all running a bar in here or something? Because we use so many of them. Then the second question out of their mouths is usually, well, what do you put them in? And I tell them everything. So we put them in yogurt, in plain non-fat plain Greek yogurt, especially the sugary ones, or like the peppermint. Oh, I made peppermint overnight oats with the peppermint bark one. Oh my gosh. And hold on a second. Let's see. Oh yeah, Vicky's saying definitely. But yeah, they're good in everything. They are good in coffee. They are good in tea. They're good in, they're just good in so many things. And if you go to the Skinny Syrups website, if you go to skinnymixes.com, then they have lots of recipes on there. And Barbara's reminding me because now it's time to start the second half, to drink my water. So I'm not going to disagree with her. Thank you for the reminder, Barbara. But if you go to skinnymixes.com, you can see lots and lots and lots of recipes for things like icing. Oh yeah, Myrna put hers in oatmeal instead of milk. Yum, that would be so delicious. So delicious, the flavored oatmeal. We do put it in water. All the time at Casey Kitchen Center, we are putting it in our water. This morning, Alyssa wanted red juice, so she had Casey put some of the candy apple in her water for today. But we put it in like literally everything. It is sugar free. They do have keto friendly flavors that have whatever the 3-letter thing is for keto. I don't do keto. I've never done keto, so I don't know what the 3-letter thing is, but they do have some of those. The ones that we have at Casey Kitchen Center, if you were in Knoxville, you can pick them up Monday through Saturday. We have them there, in stock. But I'm going to show you how to make 4 more point-friendly drinks for New Year's Eve. Y'all know I don't really drink often, but a couple of them do have alcohol in them. You can make these without alcohol. John is going to be my taste tester on one of them because it has a carbonated beverage in it, and I can't drink anything carbonated, but we're going to have so much fun with this. Okay, the first one that I want to show you is I'm going to do the coffee one first. I'm actually going to skip. Oh, you're going to have to hold on for just a second. I forgot to get two of the things out. I will be right back. Hold, please. Okay, so two of the things that I needed before we get started was ice and fat-free half and half. So if you can't find fat-free half and half, I recommend that you ask your grocer. We did not have it. We did not have it at the Food City across the street from KC Kitchen Center for the longest time, and kept asking and kept asking. And now not only do they have it in Land O'Lakes, which is this. This is fat-free half and half. This is what I'm talking about. So now not only do they have the Land O'Lakes brand, they also have their own store brand. So you just have to keep asking, you have to keep bugging them. And let's see. Ooh, Lynn used the skinny syrups in the muffin mix. Used them instead of water in her muffin mix. And Barbara says, I'm praying that 2021 is great for y'all and we are open on Mondays. Yes, Barbara, we are open on Mondays now. I'm not there on Mondays, but we are open on Mondays. Okay, the first one that we're gonna make. I'm going to go ahead and make the one that John is going to try so that we can get that out of the way. It is going to be a skinny butterbeer. So we're headed to Disney in 4 days. Well, we're leaving in 4 days. We won't be in Disney for 5 days, right? Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Prayer said. Yeah. Hoping that we're going to get to go. So we're not going to Harry Potter World this time. But we, oh, bye, Alicia. We're not going to go to Harry Potter World this time. But you know, in celebration of getting to go on a trip and of the new year, I thought it would be fun to make some butterbeer. So we're going to do, this is a skinny butterbeer. And again, you can find these recipes. You will be able to find these recipes on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Jessica will get these posted over the next couple of days. A version of them is also on the skinnymixes.com website. And so the first one, the butterbeer, is the butterbeer is 1 smart point per serving for blue, green, or purple. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is you're going to get some kind of a mug. So you can get either, you know, like this one's just a plastic mug. You can use a glass mug. You can do something fancy if you want to. But for the butterbeer, you're going to use the Jordan Skinny Syrup. You're going to do butter toffee. And so you need 1 to 2 tablespoons of the butter toffee. And I do not have a pump for this one, but remember 2 pumps is a tablespoon. And Barbara wants to know if we're going to Disney and Universal Studios. We are not going to Universal Studios. That's why we are making a butterbeer, because we will not be there to drink one. And then we're going to use soup. You have to hold the vanilla for later. So we're going to do butter toffee. And I'm sorry, let me hold this up and show it to you. So this is skinny syrup butter toffee. Then we're going to do 1 to 2 tablespoons of caramel syrup. And 2 pumps is a tablespoon. Okay, we're going to put that in there. And then we're going to do about 1.5 cups of diet cream soda. Okay, this is the reason, diet cream soda is the reason that I can't try this one. I can't have anything carbonated. So John is going to try this one for us. So I'm going to put this in here next. So I've already got my butter toffee and my caramel in my mug. Okay, so we've already got that in there. Fat-free, I'm going to take 2 ounces of fat-free half and half. And I see that we got interrupted, so I didn't do much while y'all were gone. But I'm going to take 2 ounces of fat-free half and half. And about a teaspoon of monk fruit sweetener. I'm going to put that in there. And, sorry about that. And I'm going to stir that up really well. And we're going to make a cream. So if you're not doing WW, if you're doing keto instead, you can actually use 1/4 cup of heavy cream and a tablespoon of powdered erythritol. Okay, and to this, we're going to add about a tablespoon of the vanilla. So we have the butter toffee is already in here. The caramel's already in here. We're going to add the vanilla to the fat-free half and half and the monk fruit. And we're going to stir this up really good. Now, if we were doing the keto version of this, it would make a cream. So you would use a bye Betty Ann. This would actually form a cream. Okay, so I'm going to pour this in here. And now we're going to get John, and I'm going to gently stir this, and we're going to get John to come over here and taste this. So hopefully this is going to taste just like butterbeer. Again, I've never had butterbeer, so I have no idea what it tastes like. John has had butterbeer. Seriously? Okay. Awesome. Okay, well, John says it tastes like butterbeer, so cheers. Is it sweet?
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah, okay. So these are all sugar free. Hopefully it is still recording, and the stream has resumed. Anyway, so John said it is sweet. So wish I could taste it. It smells good. It smells like a candle. Okay, so that is the skinny butterbeer. So we'll put it back over here. Okay, the next one I can definitely drink. I can definitely drink the next one. Okay. And John, they're saying hello. So the next one is a skinny Irish coffee. So you all know how much I do like the Irish coffee flavor. And again, don't drink much alcohol, but I mean, you know, I'm not opposed to it. I just don't drink much alcohol. So for that one, we're going to take a fun coffee cup. You do not have to do this in a clear coffee cup, but I'm going to do it in a fun clear one just so that y'all can see what this looks like. And this is going to be a skinny, this is the Skinny Mixes Irish coffee. So I'm going to do a tablespoon of the sugar-free Irish cream. And remember, a tablespoon, actually I'm going to do an extra one just because I like it. A tablespoon is 2 pumps. This is the Skinny Syrup's Irish cream. And sorry, I keep looking at the iPad even though I'm supposed to be looking at you all. But that is Skinny Syrup's Irish cream. I went ahead and did 3 pumps for good measure. Then you're going to add, and John got me all these cute little airplane size bottles since, you know, I don't drink very much. He got me some of these. We're going to add about, so it calls for about 2 ounces of Irish whiskey, but since I have to try 3 of these, we're just going to do 1 ounce in mine. So, that does smell good. So we're going to do 1 ounce of Irish whiskey. And this one, if you use the 2 ounce, again, if you use the 2 ounces, you can do that in this cup. Then I am going to make a cup of espresso. If you don't have an espresso machine, just go ahead and use hot coffee. We did not have an espresso machine until Christmas Day, so I'm feeling pretty lucky about that. I did already go ahead and prep it. So we're going to make, oops, we're going to make it in this cup. And we're going to make just enough to fill up to about right here. And I got to tell you, I didn't realize that I was going to enjoy having an espresso machine as much as I have, but I bet I've had coffee 3 to 4 times a day. Yeah. Yep, I bet I've had coffee 3 to 4 times a day since Christmas. Okay, and see that nice cream that's on top? Okay, so we're going to carefully pour this in here. Probably should have done it with my right hand instead of with my left hand. And look what a beautiful, beautiful, what a beautiful cup of coffee that makes. And I'm going to stir that just a little bit and I'll try it for you. That is a Skinny Mixes Irish coffee. And if you don't want to do the alcohol, you do not have to do the alcohol. Just add a little bit of cream, add a little bit of fat-free half and half. Oh yeah, and Sylvia can't have coffee until her tummy's all healed up. I'm so sorry. Oh, that tastes delicious. Actually, the one ounce is just about right. Oh my gosh, that's just about right. That is so good. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, I'll finish this one in a little bit. So that is the Irish cream coffee, and you can make it with or without the whiskey. I gotta tell you though, if you weren't feeling good, like if you had COVID or something, you know, that would, I don't know, I think that would soothe your throat. I think that would feel really, really good. Okay, I want to make sure that we get the next two done before we run out of time or before we start freezing up again. Okay, the next one is going to be super fun. So when I was looking for some of these to do, this was not one of the ones that I was going to do. But when I saw how cute it was, I was like, oh my gosh, you totally have to do this. Okay, this one is called a Jack Frosty. So I was scrolling through the Skinny Mixes website, and again, these are on the Skinny Mixes website, or they will be on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com over the next few days. So Jessica usually posts one at a time, so they'll be on there over the next few days. But this one is called a Jack Frosty. So I went ahead and made a fancy little cup, which is trying to drip now. But I went ahead and made a fancy little cup. John, sorry, I get to lick the icing off my fingers. So John found these cute little cups. Actually, he found all of the cups that we're using, all the glasses that we're using today, including this one. He found all of these at our local Goodwill. Perfectly good glasses. And then you don't have to worry about it if somebody breaks it. No big deal. So this one, I have no idea whose party this was, but I just took this little glass and this is sugar-free vanilla icing that I just barely put around the top, just barely put any around the top, just enough to let the sugar stick. And then I put blue sanding sugar on there so that it would be, even prettier on the glass. So what we're going to do to make the Jack Frosty is we're going to take, now you can blend this. We tried to do that earlier and Dusty went absolutely crazy, so we're not going to do that this time. But you can add all of this to a blender and go ahead and make it into more like a margarita or a like a pina colada consistency drink. But since Dusty went crazy and we're not going to do that, we're just going to go ahead and add everything straight to this cup because it's a perfectly good iced drink. But the first thing we're going to do is add a little bit. I'm going to add some crushed ice to my glass. Now, if we were doing this in the blender, sorry, my ice cubes are trying to be in the way. If we were doing this in the blender, it wouldn't matter whether or not it was crushed ice. But again, Dusty had a fit. So we are going to just do crushed ice in this really pretty cup. Just a little bit more. Go away, ice cubes. Oh my goodness, get out of the way! Okay, so we're going to do some crushed ice. Then we're going to add to this we're going to add a shot of vodka, and this is regular vodka, so let me see which one's which. Nope, this one's vanilla. Okay, regular vodka, but again, since I don't drink a whole lot, I'm going to do like half of it. So I'm going to do an ounce. So I'm going to do Nope, already used that one. We're going to use an ounce of vodka. Oh, what the heck. I'm going to use as much as it says to use. Okay. So we're going to do 2 ounces of vodka. This is regular vodka. Then we're going to do 2 tablespoons of the Mermaid. So this is the Mermaid skinny syrup. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of that. So that's going to be 4 squirts. Okay, so we're going to do 4 squirts of that. Then, to that one, we're going to add any kind of diet lemonade. So this happens to be lemonade zero. And remember, if you did not have Dusty at home, you could go ahead and mix that in your blender and make a nice iced drink. But since Dusty was having a meltdown, we will not be doing that. Okay, let's see how this one is. And since it has its fancy rim, if you want to, you can either sip it like this and go ahead and get some of that sugar-free vanilla icing. Now the recipe, when I put it on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, it only has the shot of vodka, the 2 tablespoons of sugar-free Mermaid skinny mixes, a half a cup or so of any kind of light lemonade, and then the cup of ice, and blended. It did not have the sugar-free icing on there. If you add that, if you're going to end up eating this or end up licking this off, you need to count those points, which would probably be, I don't know, maybe a point. But let's see. First of all, how fun is that color? So if you all can still see me, and let's see, hold on. Oh, Sherry's got a scoop. So bye, Sherry. Happy New Year. Yep. Okay. Good. Everybody's wishing Sylvia well wishes with her healing. So first of all, how fun is that? Second of all, if you did not want to be, oh, thank you, Sylvia. If you did not want to put alcohol in this, you could totally add some, you could do like some club soda or something, you know, if you didn't want to do that. So this doesn't have to be filled, you know, it doesn't have to have alcohol in it. It smells so good. So this would be totally tropical and refreshing for your New Year's Eve party. But let's see how it tastes. Oh my gosh, that is so good. Yeah. That is super good. Your friends are going to love you if you make this one for them. Okay, so that is the Jack Frosty. And again, you can find this recipe on skinnymixes.com, or you will be able to find it over the next couple of days. You'll be able to find it on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. And I have one more to make for you real quick after I take another sip of this one. That one tastes really good. That one's really, really good. Okay, and this last one, we're going to test my skills. So this is not something that I've ever made. I started saying make very often. So anything that I've ever made. So we're going to test my bartending skills here. And Barbara wants to know how John's mother is. She is actually doing fairly well. From the COVID, she's doing great. I don't think she's had any symptoms, has she? No, she's had like no COVID symptoms. So that is, you know, an absolute blessing. You know, especially considering she's, you know, since she has dementia, I don't know how confusing that would be to have it and have symptoms, but she's doing, physically, she's doing really well. Okay, so we're going to test all my skills here. This is a martini shaker. So I'm fairly new at this. Okay. Fairly new. And Debbie says you could use different flavors of Crystal Light within that too. Yeah, that would be super good. So this is a martini shaker. So y'all are going to be patient with me because this is only my second time ever using it. But the taste though is going to be absolutely amazing. So we're going to start again. We're going to start again with 2 tablespoons of the sugar-free peppermint. So we're going to do the peppermint bark. So we're going to add that straight in here. So that is 4 pumps. So we're going to do 4 pumps of the sugar-free peppermint bark. Then we're going to do 2 more ounces. Yep, and that is my cup. We're going to do 2 more ounces of the fat-free half and half. Okay, so we're going to add that straight in there. Then we are going to do 2 ounces of vanilla vodka. And so John had to go find this for me. And again, we have these cute little airplane bottle size because we don't really drink that much. So we're going to put 2 ounces of the vanilla vodka in there. And then we're going to add some ice. Okay, so I have 2 tablespoons or 4 pumps of the sugar-free peppermint bark, 2 ounces of fat-free half and half, 2 ounces of vanilla vodka, and some ice. You put it in a martini shaker. You shake that up really well. Okay, and once you have shaken that up really well, you're going to pour it into your super cute martini glass that John got for, I think, $1 at our local Goodwill. And then you're going to add 1 drop of red food coloring. And gently stir it. And if it's not pink enough, you can add another drop. Be sure and get down there in the bottom. Okay, so you're going to add 1 drop of that. And then just for fun, I'm going to add just a few sprinkles of crushed candy canes. And now the piece de resistance. I feel so fancy with my margarita. Actually, I think this is a daiquiri glass, but anyway, I think this one is a martini glass. Oh well, you can tell we don't drink a lot. Okay, let's see how this one tastes. It is absolutely delightful. Absolutely delightful. So, I'm going to say cheers, everybody. Cheers. Oh, yep, and Debbie said chocolate syrup would be good in this one too. That really would be good in this one. So, cheers, everyone. I want to wish you a very happy new year. Thank you for letting me get off here just a few minutes early so that we can get this cleaned up before we go to bed. But hopefully, fingers crossed, we will see you all in just a few days live from Disney. I'm absolutely excited. Again, try to keep our circle very small so that we can do that. But in keeping with this, if you all wouldn't mind to go ahead and go watch this on YouTube, or if you're already watching this on YouTube, again, don't know which way I'm supposed to be pointing, but go ahead and let the next video roll over. Casey will let you know how to do that. She'll get that posted probably sometime tomorrow. Jessica will get this posted to the If You Have an Egg blog. That's just ifyouhaveanegg.com. She'll get that posted in the next day or two. And then please go ahead down here somewhere and hit subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and go ahead and click that little bell so that it'll notify you when we have upcoming videos. And again, just send happy thoughts, prayers, and well wishes our way that we get to go to Disney. Everybody's had a crummy year, but John especially. So we really, 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 really appreciate it. And cheers, everybody. Happy New Year. We will see you next Sunday. Cheers. Good night. Have a great week. Good night. See you next time.